Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for your continued support, okay? And if you're not a member of the Telegram group or the Patreon group, do head over to those particular sections and get involved in the community there. We're getting really good feedback in the Patreon group there. It's amazing. And once again, thank you for your support across the board, okay? Really do appreciate it. So, I hope you had a good Friday, and I hope you have a really good weekend moving forward. And hopefully Cardano can absolutely march on here and keep carrying on with this bull run that we've got going on for Cardano. It's amazing, isn't it? So it's all good. And as you can see, our price prediction has basically been met at $2.08. It's actually exceeded that and gone a little bit over that, and it's actually come back and resting on it as a support, which is good to see. We are forming a bit of a pull pennant there, so to speak, for Cardano. When's it going to slow down? It's looking relatively good for continuation, to be fair. It's going up in these beautiful little waveforms, like I said to you, okay? So just off the bat, I'll just lay down a new price prediction right now, because what's happening is, get rid of this, get rid of that, and tidy this up. This is that previous resistance, so I'll leave that in, because you may, if it does start to roll, you're looking at reversal wave, and that may be a key level of support right there if there was a market roll. I'll just tell you that straight off the bat, that $1.82 is a potential buyback zone if you was to see a market roll, okay? We are anticipating a bit of a market roll for Bitcoin. It doesn't necessarily mean it will come for Cardano, because it's in a bit of a league of its own at the moment. You'll notice that as the market rolls, Cardano just rolls a little bit like this particular roll here when Bitcoin rolled, and you could see it just created a reversal wave, so to speak. You see that, the reversal wave? So effectively, if it was to roll, that's why you could see this reversal wave coming back down to the sort of $1.82 there. So do anticipate that if you did see a larger market correction, so to speak, for across the board. But Cardano's standing aside at the moment. It's basically, like I said to you earlier in the week, Ethereum started its march, and now you've got Cardano starting its march, and obviously we've got the Elliott wave theory, which you're completely aware of. I'll just show you that quickly, just to remind you, okay, of where we are on that particular Elliott wave theory right now for Cardano. So as you can see on the weekly time frame here, we're absolutely marching on for Cardano, aren't we? We're doing really well. We broke out this high, and now we're forming this fifth wave right here from this bottom. Do you see that? Beautiful this sort of ABC correction we've got on the cards as well. Come back down, back tested the 20. See you later, alligator. We're off. Basically, you will run into resistance, just like you did here, okay, where you've formed this wave three. You come up a bit and you've consolidated, go up a bit, consolidate, go up, consolidate. I'm not going to disillusion you, the fact that you're just going to take off into space like this and there's going to be no stopping you, because the more you do that, the more you're going to come down hard, okay? So you are going to enter a level of consolidation, and hopefully we can provide them to you as we move forward. So it's looking good. It's looking golden, effectively, to get to a price prediction of the 141. Obviously that's our first price prediction at $4.18. That's a 1272 extension, and from here right now, that is it's only 97%. I say only, we had that particular target down here for Cardano when obviously you get the bear bullish cross. You've gone through the bear market, you got your bear market bottom, you got your previous bull market top, and this is a buy and go to the beach signal. You drop your fib on, boom, see you later. Gives you all your targets, price predictions, everything. Ethereum is smashed to 1272. Ethereum's sort of hit its head on the 141. Not quite. It's rolling back a little bit before that, and Ethereum does correct and comes down. You would expect to see Ethereum rest at 3k, okay, in this bull market. Bitcoin has already smashed the 1618. That's what it's ran into, the resistance right there. So Bitcoin's sort of had its little run, coming back, testing key level support, potentially coming back down to the 1414, which is 43k, which we've outlined so many times in the Bitcoin videos. There's certain projects that have got completely overextended. VeChain has gone above the 1618, and it's now resting on the 1618 for continuation, looking for support. Holo, various different projects absolutely teared it up. Do you know what I mean? And that's why they're resting, basically. And you look to the left and look to the right, and you can see the other projects that are appreciating, because they've not really done anything as such. Although Cardano has had a great run, all it's done is got back to its previous all-time high. This is where the excitement begins, basically, right now, in this continuation up to these future price predictions. So obviously you've got this 1272 extension at $4.18, and after that you've got the 1414 at $7.63. So do anticipate that we will get there in this bull run for Cardano, especially because obviously, like I went through the tokenomics yesterday, the market capitalization around 60 billion. I think it's undervalued. I don't even need to tell you that compared to the other projects out there. So it's all good. It's all golden. I'll keep saying that. It is. It's good. Onwards and upwards with this bull run. People think that the bull run's over. Bitcoin's going to go to zero and stuff like that. No, it's just got overextended and it's just chilling out, basically. So right now, jumping back onto the 4-hourly time frame for Cardano then. Yeah, so with Cardano, you see it was some kind of ascending triangle on the go there, and it did have a bit of a breakout target. It's all met. Beautiful. boom, job done. So you can see right now what you're doing. You effectively, you've hit a sort of top and you start to retrace a little bit, although you've got some kind of bull pennant potentially on the go, which is a continuation trend. So just off the bat, you can just look at that like that, and that's where you'll see if you break out, you've got a continuation. But I am going to lay the fibs down anyway, okay, just to give you more of a guidance. So if you do start to see Cardano do something like this, create this bull pennant, wherever it starts to break out, you've got a breakout target. So say it comes into the apex like that and it doesn't roll over, you're looking at continuation. That's why you could look at Cardano pumping up to sort of $2.44. Okay, so we'll drop that in for a future reference, okay, up there, $2.44. For Cardano out of this potential bull pennant that is forming on the 4-hourly time frame right there, and that would be an appreciation from where, obviously you only ever trade on the break, okay, 14% for Cardano. So right here, right now, because you can see this is effectively a bull pennant as well. Do you see this? So this particular pattern right here, and then when you start to break out like this, you traded like that. Look at this. So it's like from there, something like that, isn't it? And then you can see when you broke out, look, boom, target, mate, see that, boom, perfect. So it's continuation. I don't necessarily see a lot of continuation in bull pennants like that. I don't necessarily see 1, 2, 3. I'm going to be honest with you, it's usually 1, 2, rest. So do anticipate that you might sort of consolidate a little bit here, or you might potentially roll a little bit, come back down to the 20 EMA, because you're starting to look a little bit overextended. I'm not going to lie to you, I could feed you some spiel that you're going to break out here and you're going to go to $2.44 potentially. You might do, but then imagine, look, if you did actually break out and you went all the way, look where your EMA is, you starting to go vertical, okay, that's when you're going to roll and have a larger correction and potentially come back down to that level there. So like I said to you, you want to go up in these beautiful waveforms, okay, don't get too overextended. I know you can't help it because you can't do anything about it, and there's, you know, greed basically, and FOMO is going to start driving Cardano up out of this sort of organic growth that it's going through. So that's the bull pennant target. If it does break out and it pumps, that's what you're expecting, okay, but I would imagine you're going to hit your head there and roll effectively. So what we're going to do is just lay down a fib, okay, lay down the fib, because right now what you're doing, you're retracing. So you've hit your top down there, and this was your previous, where is that, that's your bottom, you come down there, so just there, and what you're doing, you're retracing, okay, so you've come up in this impulsive wave, you've made a corrective wave down there, and you've gone up in that impulsive wave, and right now you're retracing. And like I said to you, you know, if you lose a certain level, this level here, this golden ratio at $1.95, that's where you'll see the correction and the rollover, effectively, you know, the reversal wave back down to where you come from, which is at $1.82 right there for Cardano. So do keep an eye on that particular level right there. I'll drop that in for you right now. So just there, $1.95 for Cardano. You can't afford to see Cardano roll over and lose that particular level, because if it does, you're looking at a reversal wave, okay, not a retracement wave. If you was looking to put some cheeky bids in for Cardano, obviously wait, it might break out of the bull pennant, okay, but if it does start to roll over, then do anticipate it laddering some bids into these particular levels right here. You know, the 050 at 199, the 0382 is 204, the 0236, where you can see that's effectively where it's almost resting right now. You've not quite wicked down to the 0382. Do you see that? You hit your head and roll back. So do anticipate that you could actually sort of roll and lose this level of support right here, and actually wick down to that 0382, because you sort of come down but not hit it. So keep an eye on that effectively. So right now, if you have bottomed out here, basically what I'm trying to say, if you've come up and you form this impulsive wave, just like you have here, impulsive, corrective, and you're starting to march on right now, I can lay down a future price prediction based off fibs. Okay, so with that, what we're going to look at is the Fibonacci price prediction right there. So that's your bottom, just like that, and that's your top, just like that. So effectively, if you did see Cardano break up and break out, obviously you're looking at $2.27 on the fibs. Now that might be the conservative break, to be honest with you, because like I said to you, if you do start to get a bit overextended, look how far away you are from the EMAs. That's where you can see a bit of a correction and a level of consolidation. But you know what, it's in a league of its own. It's in a major bull run at the moment, isn't it? You know, it's hard to say. This is the trouble with laying down predictions and resistance points, but I would expect it to at least get to $2.27 if you do see the break before it hits a level of resistance right there, because that's a Fibonacci retracement right there. And obviously, if it does fail to not break out there, then you've got your resistance and support targets. That's one there that you can't afford to lose, okay, for Cardano. So it becomes a reversal wave, just like I said to you. You go up, you form that reversal wave where you're potentially going to lose the EMAs there, and come back to this $1.82 for Cardano. So it's looking good. It is looking good, I'm not going to lie to you, but it's a little bit overextended at the minute on the 4 hour. That's a massive gap just there, and that's always indicative of a bit of a rollover. You can see just there, you know, the gap there. Look what happened when you got that gap. You sort of rolled over and create that reversal wave, so to speak, before continuation. Do you see that? So yeah, just keep an eye on that. You may sort of be in for a reversal wave if you do start to see it lose these key levels of support, and especially this $1.95. But hope not. Onwards and upwards. Every day it's in price discovery, isn't it? And that's always indicative of just something that's marching on in its own sort of little league, so to speak, just like Ethereum did. You know, we can lay down resistance, but when you're in a bull market, it melts it, doesn't it? So it's looking really good. But yeah, just watch the overextension on the EMAs there. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow with another Cardano update. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.